Assalamu alaikum. Advanced Eid Mubarak for all, and my cordial salam to my dear and near Madam Tarin ma'am. I am MD Javed Ali, ID 142317. I am giving a presentation which is given me by my dear Madam Tarin. My presentation topic is reading and different types of reading. At first, I will try to give a good definition about reading. What is reading? Reading is a fluent process of readers combining information from a text and their own background knowledge to build meaning. So, now I will give a brief description about different types of reading. Types of reading. Reading are three types. One is intensive reading, two extensive reading, and other is interactive model of reading. Now I will try to give a brief description about intensive reading. What is intensive reading? Intensive reading means when I will give a text or a part of reading part to my students, and my students will read this text, but they does not understand the full meanings of this text. Perhaps maybe they will know some vocabulary, or they does not know some vocabulary, so they will read this text only at a glance. They will not understand the whole text easily. For example, when we sit down on a wall and look down the lower part, then we will see only the some grass and the lower part of the wall, but we don't see the whole structure of the wall. Another is extensive reading. When we will give a text or reading part to my student, to our students will read this text very briefly. They will learn the vocabulary, they will learn the word meaning, they will learn the grammatical rules, they will learn the clause, the modals, the structure of voice, narration, and other. So, extensive reading is, we can call it as like scanning. Scanning means slice by slice. It is a term of CT scan. That means the whole part will the students acknowledgement very easily and attractively and successfully. And the another types of reading is interactive model of reading. David Noonan, author of the Practical English Language books, he said that one day I try to give my students to develop the reading skill, but I observed that it is a very easy, acceptable, and successful and outputable process of interactive model of reading. When we will give this process our students, we can get a very implementable result. He said interactive model of reading is combining with intensive reading and extensive reading. Another term, interactive model reading is two kinds, aloud reading and silent reading. Now, what is aloud reading? When we will give a text or a part of reading, our students divided with group, small group or large group, then our students will reading it loudly, and they understand, try to understand what they read. It is called aloud reading. Silent reading. Silent reading is a very efficient and useful reading. When we will give any task our students, that means some questions or fill in the blanks or MCQ questions, then we will say to our students, read your text silently and bring out the right answer from the text what I write on the blackboard or whiteboard. Then silent reading is a very useful reading process. We can say another term, intensive reading is bottom-up reading, where students will know some vocabulary from his home or house and then he or she will read it. But extensive reading is top-down reading. Reading begins with reader background knowledge. And lastly, the interactive model reading is reading background knowledge and individual letters and sounds. And then she comprehends the text. So that is enough. Thank you, my dear Madam Time Madam. Thank you for all. Again, thank you. And again, I like to say you that Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum.